Another weekend, the refereeing decisions in the Premier League are being questioned, with Anthony Taylor and Andre Marriner at the heart of those decisions. These kinds of decisions have continued to ask questions if these referees should continue to ref Premier League games. Inconsistency at this level by top referees makes the beautiful game of football confusing at times, from referees forgetting to draw offside lines and giving red cards for yellow card offences, to ignoring clear penalties. Sometimes these pathetic decisions make us question our knowledge of football. So today, we would take a look at similar offences with different punishments in the last weekend. Also, we would look at the other horrible decisions these two referees made this season. Let's delve right into it. On Saturday, Andre Marriner was the centre referee in the game that took place at King Power Stadium between Leicester City and Chelsea. In the first half of that game, Ricardo Pereira stamped on the ankle of João Felix with his studs showing, but Andre Marriner said that it was only a free kick without dishing out either a yellow card or a red card. That call alone was already being questioned by pundits and Premier League fans, but then Andre Marriner found himself yet in the mix of another controversial decision the next day. On Sunday, Anthony Taylor was the centre referee with Andre Marriner on VAR duties in the match at Old Trafford between Manchester United and bottom-place Southampton. Around the 33rd minute, Casemiro lunged forward and made a tackle on Saints midfielder Carlos Alcaraz. Anthony Taylor initially cautioned the Brazilian by showing him a yellow card because he seemed to have won possession back for his team, but his foot went on to roll over the top of the ball and into the shin of the opponent. Andre Marriner immediately alerted Anthony Taylor that he might have made an error, sending him to the pitch side to watch the monitor. With a brief look on the monitor, Anthony Taylor immediately felt it was a red card offence and changed the card issued to Casemiro from a yellow to a red. If the challenge by Casemiro on Carlos Alcaraz was a red card offence, why isn't the challenge of Ricardo Pereira on João Felix not a red card offence too? Andre Marriner was an official in both games, but his decision at both games was different. If Casemiro was issued a red card for his studs showing and hitting the shin of the Saints midfielder, why is Ricardo Pereira just issued a warning for showing his studs before stamping on the foot of João Felix? Both challenges seem to be red card challenges, but only one is shown a red card. This kind of inconsistency surely shouldn't be happening in a top league like the English Premier League. Another refereeing controversial decision came moments after Casemiro's red card. Southampton defender Armel Bella-Kotchap is seen to have handled the ball when he was on his knees following Marcus Rashford's low cross. The Manchester United players swarmed around the referee when that incident happened, but Anthony Taylor and Andre Marriner felt that wasn't enough to award the Manchester club a penalty. This kind of decision looked to be bizarre, as this kind of handball is 80% of the time given as a penalty anywhere. Experienced referees like Anthony Taylor and Andre Marriner should not still be inconsistent, because they have wealth of experience in officiating matches. Well, this is not the first time Anthony Taylor and Andre Marriner have taken some questionable refereeing decisions this season. Let's take a look at a few of them. In the London derby between Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur at Stamford Bridge earlier this season, Anthony Taylor completely missed violent conduct which was right at his front. Spurs and Argentina defender Christian Romero pulled the hair of Marc Cucurella seconds before Harry Kane's equalising goal that day in a match that ended in a 2-2 draw. Chelsea players, manager, and fans were so furious that the goal stood, but Anthony Taylor claimed to have seen no incident between Romero and Cucurella. That decision led to Chelsea dropping points. It was admitted later on that the referee made a mistake in that match, but it can't bring back the 2 points Chelsea lost. The more experienced referee Anthony Taylor was among the two referees from England selected to officiate in the FIFA 2022 World Cup in Qatar. The Manchester-born referee once again made the headlines during one of the games he officiated at the World Cup. At the end of the game between Ghana and South Korea, which ended in a 3-2 defeat to the Asian side, Anthony Taylor was blasted by the South Korean manager as well as Mark Clattenburg, the former Premier League referee. He was accused of being unfair to the Koreans as he blew the final whistle before South Korea could play their last corner kick of the game. Well, the issue was not that he blew the final whistle before the corner kick, but rather that he allowed a similar situation at the end of the first half for the Ghanaians. This might be the reason why Anthony Taylor was banned from refereeing in the final between Argentina and France. The English referee was initially scheduled to officiate the World Cup final, but later on was banned from officiating it. Reports claim that Anthony Taylor was banned because of the political tensions between Argentina and England, and as per FIFA policies, there must be absolute neutrality when it comes to officiating international matches. Well, we'll never fully know which of the two is the reason for his ban, but you absolutely know which of the Premier League referees has cost your team points this season. Which referee has cost your team points and in which scenario did it happen? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. It goes a long way in pushing the video up the algorithm and putting a smile on our faces.